Hello. Gonna sneak in. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna sneak in a warm up before I start doing figure drawings. Oh, I should say hi everyone. Hello. I haven't streamed in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. That is because I am lazy. I think it's written on my profile description on my YouTube channel that says I have a very lazy work ethic. So yeah. So today I'm gonna be doing I'm gonna try and do a figure drawing. I've done figure drawing live, not digitally. I have done it digitally before. There is a video of me doing it, but not like proper figure drawing. Have done figure drawing in person, and generally I find it easier to do it on pencil and paper than doing it on digital. I say easier. It doesn't mean that that the paper version, the pencil and paper version, comes out looking any good. But I don't know. Give it a try. I haven't done any digital pieces in a while, so I'm a bit rusty. Actually, those are quite warm as well. Give me a minute. Right. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna just hash out some lines and maybe do a bit of 4 boxes and a few boxes before I actually start. The model that I'm going to use is okay, I'm gonna probably mispronounce the name, but JookpubStock. She is, well, actually no, they they're actually a really generous stock provider model. I found them on DeviantArt, and it just so happens that they also have a YouTube channel where they do figure drawing poses. I am quite nervous actually. I haven't drawn in a while. Feeling a bit hesitant about whether I wanted to do live stream this. I haven't pulled up the live chat yet, have I? So don't expect anyone to show up at this part of the stream. Let's put out the oh yeah, Twitter is still buggy for me at least. Oops. Just double check something on Twitter as well. Okay. Oh wait, I don't need that Twitter tab open. No, keep that up. Keep this up. So the video, so the figured wrongs are going to be from a video. I'm just going to mute the video. I've linked the reference in the description. So if you want to try out, there's a quick link in the description. Wait. Hold up. Alright, let's start this. So the first two poses are 30 seconds. And it's begun. Okay, let's go. Oh. First one's already done. Move on to the second one. I can't think and talk at the same time. Ugh. Okay, next one is a minute long. Oh wow, these are really quick. Okay. No, don't bother doing Control Z. This leg is too long. Hey Jack, can't speak. There's like a minute long figure pose. And I'm already out of time. So these poses are so good. Why did you not give me in? Why did you not give us a lot of time? They don't usually, they're not this quick in real life either. Hold up. So this, I'm gonna, I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh, you're jumping in this pose. What's the next one? Alright, next minute is a 2-minute pose. Ooh, there's a fighting pose as well. I like that one. Let's do a big C curve. This one has foreshortening as well, so it just makes life difficult. Okay, a bit of a knee. What am I doing? Oh, come on. Next one is also a 2-minute. I promise to get back to you on chat. My issue with this is that I can do the skeleton. Well, I can do a stickman just fine, but when it comes to the... you know what, just shut up. Just do the freaking legs. Draw the legs. Oh, okay, I got about a minute and a half to make this a bit more refined. So I'm just gonna erase a bunch here. Come on. Okay, and then there's a bit of a triangle-like thing. I don't think I've captured the almost head tilt. Oh, come on. Right, last one is 3-minute back, running back. Alright, remember this is just to, this technically are these, shut up, just do the work. No. This one's also foreshortened a bit. No, we go back to the. Torso and the hips are too long. As well. Also, there's a visible elbow alignment, not good. Oh my days. Alright, that's the end of that. Until next time, take care. No, I don't know about that. Okay, well, alright. No problem, hope you have a good rest of your day. Nice pose, these are some good gestures. What's the rush? The rush is that these poses only last for 1 minute. Well, the first two last for 30 seconds, the next two lasted for, I think, a minute. And then the next two after that was 2 minutes, and then the last one was 3 minutes. And the problem is, I'm not good at timed things. Oh no, it's not the end of the stream, I only just started. That was the, I was just reading out the message on that video, so I was using a video to do the figure drawing. Whew. I'm not good at anything timed. I panic. Okay, cool. Let me just see. Anyway, how you doing, by the way, Jack? Welcome to the stream. So, I've covered that I am not good at timed exercises. The ones that I mentioned that in real life. Where the place I go to draw figure drawings, it starts out with doing two 2-minute poses, but then it transitions into a 10-minute pose, and then I think two 10-minute poses, a random challenge, then there's a 20-minute pose, there was a break, and then another 2-minute poses, and then one final 25-minute pose. This one is like, nope, no time for resting. Go all 1 minute, all 2 minutes. I suppose the idea behind it was to just choose one you like, and then if you like it, just pause the video and then continue on. So I'm just going over the ones I've done. So this was the first 30-second one. The the head compared to the well, the obvious one is that there's no arms, but if you look at the head, I think the head is the head is too big compared to the chest. I mean, it's almost the same size as the rib cage, and even I'd argue the the pelvis. So, and generally the gesture isn't really there. Which one was the third? Was it a fairly neutral one? Oh yeah, no, it's a jumping pose. Cool. Now the second one, what I'd probably say is, wow. Okay, having the reference picture on loaded up and seeing it on the side, I can see where I was going with, well, what I was trying to do. But looking at it by itself, it's. Third one is an obvious running pose, but to be honest, it still looks a bit static. The head's again too big. I mean, it's the same size as the rib cage. The shoulders I could have done by angling it a bit more. There's a negative space that I could then add on this arm. Alright, the fourth one was like I think, would you call it a pirouette? Back pose pirouette. I kind of like the flow. I think I could have exaggerated it a bit more as it's a bit static, but to generate interest I probably could have let me duplicate that. Probably could have exaggerated a bit more. So something like maybe a bit more. Something like that. And then I probably should have made the head a bit smaller as well. So then the one on the left is what I drew during the exercise. The one on the right is the edit. Cool. Let's just delete that. Fourth one was the boxing pose. This one's a bit tough because of the foreshortening of the arms, but not quite sure about the legs, but I think generally the flow is okay, just not fleshed out. But it's a 2-minute pose. I mean, in real life we use the 2-minute pose to warm up. I gotta JoJo them. Yeah, no, exactly. I gotta JoJo those gestures. That's something I've sort of picked up on, where the more generally anything that has that sort of flow aesthetic generally is due to the fact that, you know, the proportion, the poses are exaggerated when it comes to drawing them. And I think it also helps if the pencil or the drawing medium you use lets you rotate, lets you tilt it. I can't do that with the current tablet I'm using because it doesn't support any tilt brushes. My current tablet I'm using doesn't support any tilt, doesn't have the tilt functionality. Anyway, this one, I like this pose a lot. The reference picture. I also kind of like this a bit. It, for a 2-minute pose, it looks good. It has a sort of elegance to it. The problem I'm seeing here is the head. It's not as tilted as I'd like. If I were to possibly do that again, it might go something like that. Erase this here. then so the shoulders looks almost like it's like that, but I think I can probably exaggerate that a bit more. Right. And then finally the last one. Last one is was that the last one? I don't know. Finally is the last one. This last one isn't really that good. I try because at this point I focused way too much on drawing the contour, and I forgot the proportion. This one though I think is generally a bit difficult. I haven't really had to, so I don't really draw a lot of poses from the back. I say that I need to check through my sketches, but particularly in this dynamic pose as well. Okay, so the issue with this one is I think this is too long, and I think what's the problem why that is possibly this gap being possibly too long. I mean, it's the same size as the head. Or it could be that the legs are not long enough, because if the torso is, if the rib cage can be 2.5, oops. If we can give the rib cage 2.5, there. No, not 2.5, 1.5. One head. So if we use the head as a unit of measurement, so this could be 1.5. The gap between the head and the pelvis could be 1/2, and I think the pelvis is just one head unit. In which case the legs should, I think the legs just generally too small. This leg here might be a bit too small. But also I think this leg that's foreshortened is making it a bit bad. Alright, so what I'm gonna do now, probably just gonna, okay, it's not gonna let me. Cool. Alright then, so what I'm probably going to do now is probably pick one of my favourite poses out of the lot and then just draw that for a while until an hour passes. Yeah, I gotta do better at gesture drawing. You and me both, man. You can do gesture drawing now. Come do gesture drawing with me. Okay, out of the lot, should I do the one that I did rubbish at, or should I do the one that I really like doing? Actually, let's do the first pose again. First pose. Oh, yeah, first pose. Let's do the first pose again. Okay. We are doing gesture pose. No, I've also ordered some book. This book that called, what was it called? It's a Morpho Anatomy Simplified book, so it's yet to arrive, but I'm hoping to, I could go over some of the, well, it doesn't have any exercises, but I'm hoping that I can go over some of the plates that it has. So that when it comes to doing these, I got a bit of a, I got a system at least of some kind. Oh. So I'm doing 1.5. So if this chest is about, let's say this is 1.5 of that. So I'm thinking that the rib cage should go about there. Let's erase this bit. And then half from here to there. So let's erase that because I just made a bit of a modification there. What do you think about Clip Studio? I haven't used Clip Studio, but from what other people have been saying, it looks like it looks to be a capable tool. I know recently they decided to jump over to the subscription model. Some people don't like it, like that move. I personally don't mind, but I say that from a position of being able to, from a position of being having a job. So I probably wouldn't mind spending the money. Up to you, really. I can't really say anything else because I haven't used it. The brush packs though are in a proprietary format, so it's not as easy to transfer Clip Studio brushes between different programs, I think. Although I heard that you can transfer Photoshop brushes and import Photoshop brushes into it, so I guess that's cool. It used to be Clip Studio used to be Manga Studio, wasn't it? So yeah, you know, let's make this hip, her hip, their hip, his hip. Just curious as well. I try not to worry about programs, to be honest, because once you get down to it, at the end of the day, the program needs to work with how you work, you know. And don't worry about whether it's don't get caught up in the brand loyalty sort of deal. Having said that, if Clip Studio, I know Clip Studio actually does have that 3D model thing. Oh, but then a lot of people, there's been the whole issue about whether that's a good thing or not, because I know some people don't like that, because they equate it to, oh shoot, they equate that to be like tracing. I don't know. I think this could have been, this leg could be a bit longer. And the pectoralis muscle. I've been using Krita as much as I should. I haven't been using it as much as I should. I mean, I didn't draw for 2 weeks. So if anything, I feel a bit guilty. I feel a bit guilty for not being able to, for not drawing. Ugh. I saw there's an artist on YouTube called Christopher Y, and his renderings are so good. They're so good. I think so. It used to be called Christopher Y, but I think he changed changed it to his surname now. Christopher Young. Was it Christopher or Christoph? Try both of them. If you see a video of a grayscale drawing, then you'll know your right YouTube channel. But he did a YouTube channel. He did a YouTube video on how to like render form, which I've actually. So one of the very first live stream I've done was basically me doing his exercise on rendering form. We're using spheres. And now I'm trying to do that, but on figures. The issue is that the videos, his tutorial in quotes, it's more of a demonstration. But yeah, his tutorial videos are like an hour long, so if you don't have a lot of time, or you want to get, it might not be a good channel if you're impatient. But I think if you've got like an hour to spend, kill, and you don't mind, then watching how he renders is actually really good. Any negative spaces. So the live drawing place I go to, the instructor always makes it a point, check your negative spaces, and he says it so much. It's in my head now. Negative space. So every time I go there now, before anything, I step into the room and I think negative space. Oh, fudge. Christopher Young, or Y. I subscribed to him, so let me just. Oh, it's not Christopher. My bad. Apologies. It's Christoph. Let me just type it in. Christoph Young. Would I be able to copy and paste this channel onto the? It is my YouTube channel. So just posting. Yeah. Imagine if I get banned by my own chat. Set the moderator thing to remove every single. He doesn't post a lot of videos, but I think he is a professional illustrator. Because a couple of his drawings got posted on a magazine called Imagine FX. But yeah, he's not like an active YouTuber per se. Because the man can actually draw. Who needs YouTube when you know how to draw? I think I could tilt the head a bit more to this direction. At the minute it's like really neutral looking. He's facing out this way. But I want the exaggeration, Well, I subbed to him. I must have been looking for inspiration. We're on the same mind, man. What's the saying? Great minds think alike. I'd say you have good taste. Alright, so how do I do this arm? Negative space. Yes, negative space. I think I made the rib cage a bit too wide. It's not too fast. I'm not too fussed about that though. Probably need to zoom in a bit just to, and then have that. Where does the hand comes about, I want to say, just below the tank top. And it isn't, and the elbow is just where the heel is, so if I were, but above where the rib cage is, if I do that, and then just do that, actually just to have a guideline where the hand is. Shift, I can't do this in real life, shift the entire sketch to the right. Oh, it's cheating. I don't care. The arms taper a bit. I think I made this arm a bit too long, but yeah, I mean, what is there to see? There's nothing to see. What? I'm just doing the sketch, innit? Just doing a sketch. Yeah, the arm's too long. Forearm's too long. Oops. So her thumb, her left thumb is a little bit below her right hand. Does it touch the knee? No. It's a little bit past the a little bit always broke there. It's a little bit past the knee, her left knee. I think maybe I just drew this bit too far out. The whole body's twisted, so maybe here. And why why I bring that up is because foreshortening effect messes everything up. so many good people are good at doing these figure drawings. Alright. One thing I don't really usually often do when in the real live figure drawings is I don't really do the finish drawing the heads. Was because I don't really have a lot of time, so maybe I could just define the head a little. Erase this, make that. There you go, that's one down. And I think I'll do another one. What's the other one I like doing? That was a walking one, that one's a running one. I really like this one, the ballerina slash pirouette slash, but that's like another back pose. Can't want to do either this one with the fighting pose or this one, just like the magical girl transformation pose. Kind of want to do the fighting pose, to be honest. This is the fighting pose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is this the sixth pose? No. One, two, three, four. Oh, fifth pose. Yeah, this is the fifth pose. Okay. Let's do the fifth pose. Cool. I feel like I need to have like some kind of background noise, or like be a part of Discord chat or something, just to have something in that playing in the background. But I don't know how whether that's generally a good idea. So visitor, you use Krita, right? Yep, I use Krita. What image size do you use, if you don't mind me asking? No problem. I use the A4 setting. A4 template. So no, let me just check. Okay, let me just switch. Well, this might turn out to be a big mistake, but let me just see if I can switch to the desktop. Yeah, okay, cool. So, assuming you open a new document, I go to predefined A4 at 300 ppi. The ppi you don't really need to worry about. You only worry about that when it comes to printing. The higher the ppi, the better the print would come out. Otherwise, it's the higher the ppi. If you don't intend to print, then you're just gonna end up getting a bigger file size. That might not be an issue. What it would be an issue is the resolution, so the width and height. So I keep at A4 300 ppi. So the width, that usually defaults to 2480 by 3508. You can keep it landscape, you can flip over, landscape, portrait. All this stuff is the default, though I don't really mess with. But yeah. Get in there, Jookpub. Go deck him out. Whoops. You're welcome. How to portray a twist in the rib cage without it looking too weird. So you think of playing music on your stream? No, not music. I think that'll just be more trouble than it's worth. But generally have some kind of background noise. If it's copyright free, maybe, but I haven't gone ahead with putting music in the background due to copyright reasons. Yeah, there are like copyright free stuff, but like with those things, I usually see them as a ticking time bomb, because they could decide to at a later point revoke. They could change their mind about that and decide, no, you know what, I don't want that to be copyright free, unless it's in public domain. But the public domain stuff isn't really that good usually. There's a couple of good ones. Think about playing that Daft Punk. Yeah. So I looked into making it. So because of the copyright stuff, there's a point where I actually looked into making my own. But the issue is it's hard. It's hard. I can't So no word of a lie. I looked. It got me to a point where I studied, like full on studied 3 months to understand what a chord was, a musical chord. And I spent 3 months until it finally clicked. Music production is like art. When it comes to chords and stuff, that's basically okay. So you got like you got music can be done, and this is like in Western music. It could be different in other countries and cultures, but generally speaking, and don't take everything I say with a massive grain of salt. Generally speaking, a music is played in a key. A key is like a note. In music, there's like in Western music, it's A to G. Most music are played within a scale. And I think of a scale as a palette, like a value palette. Anything, any note that's in a musical scale is generally a note within generally a color in a palette. And music and different scales invoke a different feeling. Generally speaking, major scales are like the happy kind, happy, joyful stuff. Minor scales typically, it's like the, I won't say sad, but brooding sort of thing. And the thing about music is that it invokes, well, with the minor scale, they have notes that invoke tension. And within music, that's what it's all about. It's about bringing tension and then release. And then there's stuff like melodies and all that stuff. But I then somehow got into synthesizers with digital audio workstations, and then freaking probably wasted another 3 months learning how synthesizers work. And you got like most sounds are produced in sound waves, so you got like sine waves, square waves, sawtooth, the triangle wave. It's basically just like all it is just a digital signal that tells a speaker to go whoop 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 to physically move the air particles that then get transferred into your ears, that where your eardrum converts to like a digital, not digital, into a chemical reaction, through a chemical reaction where it produces a sound. Your brain interprets it as a sound. But all that stuff can be modified within digital audio workstations. I mean, it is fascinating. I didn't expect to spend as long as I did learning about that stuff. And like, it's weird how when you can draw parallels between one thing and another, it's just interesting in how connected a lot of this stuff is. So like I mentioned, that it's like chords are like, chords are like value scales. No, sorry. Music scales are like value scales. Yeah, that was a bit of a tangent. This head, I am not drawing it really well. I'm not even drawing this pose well. Let's just delete all of it. Start again. Let's not get too precious with these drawings. They are sketches at the end of the day. I try to make it lo-fi hip-hop actually. And I could the issue is that I know all this music theories, not all of it, a bit of an exaggeration. I learned a lot of this music theory stuff, but I still cannot make music because the composition is what I'm finding to be difficult. So anyway, it's like I know what I need to do when it comes to drawing the figure, but ask me to make an illustration from scratch, and I wouldn't know what to do. Ugh. This pose is actually kicking my ass. JookpubStock is kicking my ass with this pose. What if the chest doesn't need to be leaning forward, but it kind of has to, because that's where the momentum is going, right? So what if I bend it a little bit? Let's go maybe something like that. Does that break? And then so then if that is that, bring you to the center so I can work on a little bit. Look where the chin line is. Her knee is roughly about where the chin is. Just gonna elongate the leg a bit more. I think I've lost a bit of the flow. Another figure drawing channel, YouTube channel, guy's named Kenzo. You've probably seen it. He's actually a really good figure drawer. I like how he renders his figure sketches. The issue is that, oh no, there is no issue. Why did I say that? Well, I generally like how he renders his sketch, his portraits. The issue is I don't know enough about the anatomy. That's what it is. Come on, this doesn't look good either. Delete. Let me try zooming in a bit, and then what I'll do is sketch it like this, and then make it bigger. Okay, then manubrium, sorry. here somewhere. And then I need to draw the clavicle. Right, which then gives me what? A chance to draw the rib cage. Then let's then draw actually the fist. Whoops. Ugh. E's for eraser. Make that bigger. I know you can't do that in real life, but I'm struggling a bit on this one. I would have thought being able to draw on drawing in real life should transfer over to digital, but it doesn't really. Being she has one. I'm just gonna exaggerate this. Ugh. Yeah, no, I think I'm gonna leave that leg as it is and just worry about trying the other leg. Whee. I guess that's close enough. Tradition has been such a difficulty. It's not like when I was younger I was full of so much inspiration. Don't feel as motivated anymore. Yeah, yeah. Oh. Here's the thing. I wasn't feeling any inspired to doing the stream either. Don't know how to explain it. The only thing I can say to that, Jack, is that sometimes you can't rely on inspiration. Inspiration is a fickle thing. But once you start doing something, the hardest bit of anything is generally starting. In my experience, starting something generally is the struggle. But once you get the wheels in motion, then it gets easier. Was it motivation? I mean, for me it was lack of motivation, but also the fear of looking like an idiot. But, you know, if you want to be good at something, you have to be happy with appearing like an idiot. I don't know. This is all hard. It's all hard. I don't know why I don't know why none of it is easy. I don't like it. I don't like drawing. I don't like drawing. I don't like streaming. I don't like any of it. I just want to go to bed. I want to do the other pose. This fighting pose. It was really difficult. I want to do the 6th pose as well, but yeah, I had to feel it though. If you can laugh at yourself, then you're above reproach. Whoops. What am I doing? Yeah. Is there a brush? Should I mess around with playing with a brush? Should I mess around with playing with a brush? What am I saying? Thanks for the advice. Take that advice with a massive grain of salt. Don't come to me for advice. But you're welcome nonetheless. Not when you end up going into an job interview, and they ask you what. Explain to me your weaknesses and how you overcome it, and then you just turn around and just laugh at their face. They might end up thinking you're a psycho or something. Ooh, brilliant. That's what we need. Some psychopath who doesn't seem to answer the bloody interviews. Oh, what am I doing here? Have you got a page to post your drawings, Jack? Sorry. Would like to see what you draw. Even if they are just sketches. They'll hire me for sure. With confidence like that. Yeah. I'd like the jib of that man. He's hired. But boss. He hasn't even applied. Oh. Hire him anyway. Put him next to a... I don't know. What position would you like? I'll just do the Joker laugh. Okay, was it the... Oh. It was the / button that I was looking for. I have nothing to show at the moment. Oh, okay, no worries. But when you do, leave a link. I don't even like this brush. Why am I even using it? Ugh. Okay, I think I'm just gonna call it a day. How long have I been streaming? Almost an hour, 30 minutes, but let's just go over what was done. Let's give thanks to the model, JookpubStock, their link to their YouTube channels in the description. Okay, so we started out with doing quick study figure gesture sketches. This is the first one. This is the second one. This is the third one. Fourth. This is probably like this one. Fifth. I like the actual pose, but the gesture didn't look too messy for me. Well, we're on the sixth. Yeah, let's go with sixth. I like this one. There's that's elegant. And the last one, generally found it to be difficult to draw. And then I looked into refining. Did I accidentally delete one of them? Crap, I might have accidentally deleted one of them. Oh well. Crap, I'm actually a bit sad now. Oh yeah, I did this pose. Where did this one go? I redrew this pose. Oh no. Where'd it go? Oh, okay, well that pose is gone forever. But yeah, cool. You know what? I do have some stuff, but they made traditional pen and pencil and paper. If you want, I could send this stuff. Oh, yeah. Just put it on Twitter, post it, and then link me. Or just DM me it. Cool. All right. So I'm gonna head off now. Thanks for coming, Jack. Much appreciated. And I shall see you lot later. Bye.